And there's a track on there. I think my input, as it often is as a producer, is to say, how about doing it this way, or sometimes just, well, that's enough. There's a track on there that became it became a real anthem in Ireland. Actually, it's called "The Island," and it's a kind of peace song, and it's just Paul and a piano, a guy called Kenny Craddock, who was Van Morrison's keyboard player for many years, and we put it down. I'd been listening to some Ricky Lee Jones at the time, who I love, and some of her stuff would have this beautiful sort of bear thing. And Paul brought this song, and I said, "That's an amazing song." He just played it to me in the studio, and I went, "Oh, wow, it's so powerful." And I felt like I wanted people to have the experience that I just had of listening to him play the song.
Yeah, yeah.
But he said, "Oh, I don't think I can really, I'm not sure I could quite play it again, the piano." So let's get Kenny to learn the song, and then all you've got to do is sing the song, and maybe that's going to be enough. And he was, Paul was skeptical, understandably, because they were saying, "Well, we're going to need some more stuff on there, So anyway, Kenny learnt the song. We did loads of takes. We got a great take with Paul singing. It was wonderful. And then Phil Palmer is a great guitar player.
Oh my God!
He played a solo on that, and that's, in a way, that was the production role on that track. It was just, I just went. We almost had a little fight over it. Almost, I mean, I love Paul. He's a dear friend. And I think he would probably remember this. It wasn't like a fight, but it was like, he was going, "Oh, it's so bare," and I was going, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, let's just leave it like that. Anyway, we left it like that. And it was used by one of the sort of peace party, I think they were called the SDLP in Northern Ireland, as a kind of anthem, and we would go out and he'd sing that song, and the whole. I remember we did some festivals in Ireland, but late in the 80s into the 90s, Paul was a really big artist. He still is, he's kind of a national treasure in Ireland, and thousands of people singing this song back. He just stopped singing; they all sing the song, and it's amazing, just to have played any sort of a part in it. I didn't even play on it, but I felt like I had some kind of contribution by just saying, "Well, that's a great song, and let's just have the song."
Wow.
So that's a production story.
Yeah.
But it was very much coloured by things like, I don't know if you know the first John Lennon Plastic Ono Band album. You know that record?
I should just be...
Before Imagine, anyway.
Yeah.
It's the one he did after the Beatles and just after he came out of Primal Therapy. And it's like all this... It's so naked. It's worth checking out if you don't know it. It's called Plastic Ono Band, but not the one with Yoko kind of doing loads of stuff on it. There's two. It's Lennon. Yeah. I mean, that was a big record for me as a teenager. And I just went, wow. Because, like a lot of us, I was into musicianship, and I still am, of course.
Sure.
But, John Lennon was not, tell me if I talk too much, but, John Lennon.
It's kind of the idea behind
this. Is it? Okay. So
Lennon
wasn't like, a great jazz guitarist or anything, but he had a feel and a vibe. Mm-hmm. And I think, much as I loved the Beatles, I'd gotten into that thing of, I was into Steely Dan in the early 70s, and then somebody played me this record, and it was so emotionally raw and almost like primitive in a way. And I thought, okay, music can be like that too. It can have that place in the culture of just exposing stuff,
Yeah.